Well, good evening and happy Monday, everybody. I'm so glad to see that nobody's lost their sense of humor in the midst of what we're going through right now. Good evening and welcome. My name is Sharon Rankin. I am a national marketing director with the Juice Plus Company. Simply stated, I'm a 35-year veteran, and I consider myself, my story really, in putting it in a small capsule, is I was a broke stay-at-home mom. Now I'm a rich gadabout grandmother, but I don't get to gadabout very much right this minute. So I can't wait until we're back to that gadabout part. But tonight we're excited to have our call. We are the Mission Possible team, and every single week when we come together, it is about focusing on our mission, which is inspiring healthy living around the world. Our company is a 50-year-old company and celebrating 50 years this year, and we are set for the next 50 years and all the plans and the preparation that our company has been doing. Our mission, the mission of our team, is that we are a growing team, and we are a growing team. I can't even tell you how much we've grown this month, and of inspired individuals, ambassadors for change, dedicated, and I see that you are dedicated to creating a prosperous, more healthy life for as many as possible and future generations, not just right now, but looking to the future as well. So each week when we come together, it is for education and inspiration and community. But I don't know about you, but every week that we're going through right now in this unprecedented time of our history in our world seems like a month. Every week seems like so much has happened, and I can't wait to get together with my Juice Plus family because it's important, it's encouraging, it's comforting, and it's uplifting. So I'm thankful that you guys have chosen to be here tonight. We've got such a fun call. I'm so excited about our call tonight. So I'm just telling you, hang on to the end because we've got some special announcements at the very end that you definitely want to hear, some really significant things. But tonight we want to focus on the topic, if you saw on the Voxer or the Facebook group, making the most of our time right now. What are we doing to make the most of this unprecedented time right now? And this was the discussion that we had on our leadership call this morning, and we had some excellent discussion, facts, resources, emotion. There's emotion about what we're, emotion and feeling about what we're doing right now. And I'll just share with you, I have never felt it more important to share this mission of Juice Plus, both of the business and of the product. I have a niece and her husband have to have a 4-month-old baby who work in a serious high-risk hospital in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. They have to undress before they can come into their house and cleanse themselves before they can touch that sweet little baby Luke. I can tell you more stories in my family, firemen, people working in the police department, niece, nephews, who are at all high risk right now. So I'm feeling strongly that I want my family and my friends armored with what we're doing and how we're making a difference. And so I hope you all will join me in that passion and that purpose right now, and I believe that you are. So tonight we want to hear from a few people of what they're doing, and I hope we have enough time to have discussion. If there's somebody else that wants to unmute themselves and share what you're doing to make the most of this time, we'll try to make that work. If we go a little over 9 o'clock tonight or at the top of the hour, I don't know if you have any other place you have to go this week, so you could hang on with us. But so we're going to start with Sally Reinemer. Sally Reinemer, National Marketing Director out of Denver, Colorado. She and her team are putting some fun things together for us right now to help us take advantage online and creating community. So Sally, you want to come on and share? You have to unmute yourself. I know I saw you.
Sorry, forgot. Yes, thank you. Yeah, I as all of us, you know, this is a major change in a sense of what we do, though many of us work from home all the time. But that sense of, you know, that saying that being socially isolated does not have to be isolating, and that what we can do is that we can really share the love that we have. We can share our community. We can embrace people in the uplifting message that we have and just the caring. We can be, you know, shining that light in people's lives. So what we started to do last week is just doing Zoom webinars showing. We showed last week Debbie Walton's The Power is in the Plant, and that's a very powerful video. And then we also are expanding it. The whole Mission Possible team is, you know, invited to participate. And there's a few of us that are putting our heads together to plan more events this week and every week where we can be sharing. But I feel like equally to the information is that sense of sharing the love and inviting people into our community, because people can feel very isolated. I mean, I go shopping for neighbors. They're very isolated. People are really longing for connection, and we have the capacity to provide that. And so I'm excited. I just think that this is a whole different vision of our mission that I am starting to feel and experience, and people are really receiving it. Even though sometimes they're not able to get on, please keep letting me. I really want to connect in when I can. So anyways, we're going to carry on with that.
So we can stay tuned for some announcements, for weekly announcements of webinars, Sally, Zoom webinars, where we're going to come together as a team. You can invite people, you can invite guests, and be excited to share the mission of the product and the business, right? Is that what I'm hearing? Yep.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Stay tuned, guys. And as soon as you see that, mark your calendars and start inviting. And I don't know.
Actually, I'm sorry. We did decide, we don't know which video we're showing, but we are going to do it on Thursday. We're going to be doing Thursday noon and Thursday evening. So we'll get those exact times and everything. We'll decide that tonight after the call.
So coming this week on Thursday, you'll have everybody will have a couple of opportunities for our team to come together. It's fun to be a part of the larger team. I know that Nita Ray did something this last Friday night. She did an immune intelligence webinar, Zoom and Facebook Live. I think what I heard, there was some 4,000 people engaged in this. That has to be one of the biggest significant events ever, and they are recording that. So we're going to make it for our team, but there's some bigger events too. But thank you, Sally and team, for sharing. I'm going to move over to Dr. Wanda Terrell. She did a really fun event, I know, on Saturday night. I hated to miss it. It was called Cocktails and Conversations. I heard everybody got dressed up to the nines, and you all had some fun stuff. So share about, Wanda, what you all did.
Okay, thanks, Sharon. Yeah, we're trying to come up with some innovative things to do with Zoom calls. And so we started out with Cocktails and Conversation during the cocktail hour on Saturday, which I had to look it up. 4 to 6 p.m. is cocktail hour. So we did that. And the title, Cocktails and Conversation, straight talk about staying healthy. And people were invited to join with their favorite cocktail or mocktail. So we started out with a toast to health. And I have my glass I used here. I had my lemon top martini. And did dress up, had on a cocktail outfit from the top, had sweatpants on the bottom, but nobody till now. But it was just a kind of way to try to get people engaged. So other than that, it was a typical, wellness presentation, not a wellness presentation, but regular party. We started out with a short video, a jumpstart to better health. And then we just shared our stories. So we had people to share stories, the business and product story. Of course, I can't help myself. I had to share a little bit about the research. But I think it's really important at this time to really focus on immune health and focusing on plant nutrition, plant-based nutrition as the way to do that. So then we ended up with some powerful business stories. Darlene just kind of blew us out of the water with hers. And we were done in 30 minutes. And people at the end, they kind of seemed like they wanted to hang around a little bit. But we kept it to 30 minutes. And we're going to try to do some other things coming up. Thinking about doing something with yoga or Tai Chi. And I'm trying to get my daughter to do an African dance lesson for us. She hasn't agreed yet, but I think that would be very much fun. So that's what we did. And so we're going to try to keep it going weekly, having something every week.
And so I'd love for you guys to do that cocktail and conversations again and let us all dress up and join in. That's
okay.
Like
okay.
last, you know, last
glad to do it.
Conference. We like to recreate something like that. So I hope you guys will do that again. So I know that Darlene Gibson shared her story, and I'm just going to ask you to step in here, Darlene, and share that a little bit of inspiration, why you joined this mission and your plan B, because I think people wrongly think that nobody wants to join our mission right now. I just signed somebody up an hour ago that called me and said, I got 3 or 4 people that want to sign up. Can I be a rep? Yes, you can. So Darlene, plan B, share your inspirational story with us.
Okay, I would love to. Hi, I'm Darlene Gibson. I am actually now SSC, soon to be qualifying national. So my quick story is I'm a salon owner. I've been in this business, a blessed, thriving business. So salon owner, I have a team, nail tech, stylists. I travel all around the world doing hair, managing other hair shows, big shows. So at this point, Juice Plus has been my plan B for the future, but actually it's my plan B for right now. Everything was shut down for us, for our industry. I have friends all around the world right now need a plan B. So it's so important to have a plan B, to have this residual income coming in for me. It is actually bridging my gap for my finances. My plan was to use Juice Plus for the future, for the retirement, for all the benefits, but no. I had no idea that this would ever happen. Over 40 years running a professional salon, professional staff, traveling with the #1 hair care company in the world. And now we have no income coming in, nothing. So Juice Plus is so important to have a plan B. And I always talk about my plan B for later, but this plan B, Juice Plus, is actually, it's a blessing. It really is a blessing for me. It is bridging a gap. And I've been trying to share this with all my friends that's in this hair industry. And right now they have nothing. I mean, nothing coming in for 4 to 6 weeks. That's a lot of time. So I'm so grateful that I do have a plan B, that God has blessed me. I thank Wanda and I thank Ron for constantly telling me, you need to do this. I was like, I'm good. But I really realized one day I was not going to be able to stand behind the chair. I'm thinking in the future, not today. You know, one day I needed a plan B. So that was my whole approach, talking to all my friends that were hairstylists. What about tomorrow? What's next for you? So you always need a plan B. And I'm so grateful. I just thank God every day for my Juice Plus business. It's helping bridge the gap for me financially. So I'm just grateful, and thank you for allowing me to share this with our team.
Thank you, Darlene. Your story is going to inspire so many people to pay attention right now, not just for the future, but right now. Thank you for sharing that. Love it. Bridging the gap. So BJ Crabtree is going to share something that she's doing right now. She's done a little bit of something different, but is very inspired and having some good conversations. So welcome, BJ.
Thank you, Sharon. Yes, I was inspired by a side buddy in what she was doing, and I thought, you know, what can I do? And what I've done, and I want to thank Mona for her inspiration. She is so inspiring and just always is sharing her love. And so I thought I wanted to share some love too. And Sharon had created a letter of just touching our customers. You know, we want to show people that we care and we're here. and we're going through some really trying times. So we want to send hope and health to those. So we created a letter, and I kind of edited it and decided that I wanted to share it with my past customers, my past distributors, my current distributors, my current customers, and my prospects. So I had to edit it accordingly. But what I found, I went into my address book, and I have sent out over 700 emails. Okay, not everybody, it's just inspired me. And so I'm receiving thank yous. Just some of the things that are happening, people are wanting to know and be refreshed. I have a salon owner that lives over in Alton. Thank you, Darlene. A young girl with 3 children. And now she has no job because she has a salon, and her stylists that work with her, they have no income. So she's getting back into the business, and they're going to join, and they're going to be sharing Juice Plus. So this is what's happening. And we just want to love on people, inspire them, let them know we're here, meet them where they are, and just let them tell you how they're feeling, and just let them know that we can make a difference. You know, we can help them bridge that gap. We can help this be their plan A. It can be a plan B right now until they know if their A's coming back, but it can be their plan A. So I'm just really inspired, making phone calls. I'm calling. My plan is to call everyone personally and talk with them and just love on them and let them know that we're here.
Perfect. Thank you, DJ. Thank you so much. And this morning on our leadership call, Debbie, I'm not going to ask you to share anything because we didn't plan on that, Debbie Tallman, but Debbie Tallman and her team are having one incredible month, one fantastic, credible month across the board. And somebody said, well, what are you all doing? And she goes, well, I guess we're just harvesting all the conversations and the seeds that we've planted over the last few months. So guys, if you've planted seeds in conversation and you've reached out to people, then now is a great time to follow up and harvest a few conversations. So I'll just give a shout out to that consistent effort, consistently planting seeds and then having a harvest to have. So thank you, Debbie, for sharing that. It really was powerful. And then Mona Hitch is on the call. I don't know if I haven't seen Mona. If you're Mona, unleash yourself, unmute yourself. When I say unmute, it's unleash. Because Mona is like blowing us out of the water. I don't think anybody can duplicate her, but she's having a phenomenal month this month, along with a lot of people. So Mona, just share your latest story, if you will, of walking down your road, because you live in the far out. I've been to where you live, and it is not close to anything. It is in the country. I was like, who wants to live out here? But she does. So go ahead, Mona.
And I love it. I love it, and wouldn't leave it for anything. But so prayers being answered, partner being close. I have Dale and Terry, and they're only like 30, 45 minutes away from me, but, and I'll tell you about that. We've been doing a lot of love calls, 3-way calls, Dale, Terry, myself, and the other team members, and just loving on people. And they are absolutely blown away. Thank you for calling us. You ladies are in the right place at the right time. Just thank you. And we're just checking in on them, and their Tower Guards, Juice Plus, whatever, but truly love calls. And so with that love call, I had an email, and this lady here in my neighborhood, I have to tell you about this neighborhood, known her really, let me back up, really didn't know her. She lives in the county. She said, I see what you're doing, and we want to get a family garden. I've just lost my job, and we know we need to do something about our food, our produce. Lives 1.5 miles away from me. So talked to her about the family garden, knowing that she had just lost her job. She's trying to feed her family. A family garden, I said, let me just say something to you. I can be selfish or I can be selfless. Who do you know that we could pay this forward And you may know of people that can take back independent growing, because this is what it's all about, is taking something like this to be where we are. She said, my aunt, my uncle, I can think of this person. I said, may I offer you something? I said, I can set you up as a partner with me. You're right around the corner for $52 a year. We'll talk about that. But you're going to make, I can keep this $500 retail profit off of a family garden, or I can pay it forward to you to make a payment or two off of your garden. And you could pay it forward to somebody else. She said, oh my gosh, I love this. And so we started planting the seeds. And so then that led forward as I was talking to her and setting up her website and going through this. I said, who do you know? Because this is the busiest time of my life. I've never known that this ever would happen to me, the seedling business, as well as tower garden business, that I might be able to hire on here at my place here and help me with seedlings. She said, I do. I'll do anything because I want to learn. And I want to pay it forward. So a twofold. Who do you know that we could pay it forward? This retail profit that we're getting off the tower gardens, guys, is 25%. These people are reaching out because we don't know about our food supply, our produce. Who do you know that we could pay it forward? And so reaching out to every one of our customers right now, I have been on the phone, never so busy, and I am smiling and dialing. I am talking to people. I don't want email. I don't want text. I want to hear you. I want you to know I love you. And so that's my heart. I'm sticking to it. And who do you know that we can help somebody? Woo! That's 25% off our tower garden. And then Juice Plus to top it off. So anyway, that's my story. I'm sticking to it.
You've inspired us all. I'm like, you are so inspiring. So thank you. I'm like ready to sign up all over again. So glad I got a tower. Okay, I'm just Alyssa Petty. I think I saw her, and then we're going to move on to something else. But I think Alyssa has some things to share that she's doing. It's working. I think I've heard that she's had a really good month. So come on, Alyssa. We love your sweet, young, inspiring self.
Well, thank you. All right. So Alyssa Petty, I live in Emma, Missouri, and I'm working towards QSSC. And so how many of you are getting leads from the company? I know that there's some hands out there. How many of you actually call the people after you get the lead?
Oh, yeah.
That is huge. Okay, so I got a lead from the company. She had placed an order for herself and 2 children's orders. So she didn't know anything about the family health study. So I talked to her about that, asked her if she had any questions. She had tons of questions. She was wanting to order more product. And I was like, well, have you ever thought about joining our mission? And she's like, you know, I was looking for that, but I just couldn't find it on the website. How do I do that? She's already thinking of other people. But if I hadn't called her, she would have probably just been a customer. So that is the simplest thing. Call the people that we're getting leads from.
Perfect. Thank you. That is a good reminder about live conversations. I think you and Mona have driven that home tonight, just calling people, loving on them, making sure that they know what the resources are. And if there is anybody else on here that has an idea, if you want to put it in the chat, I'll take it. Well, I'm going to keep on talking because we got a lot to cover here tonight, but you can something in the chat. If you've got something you need to share, an idea, let me know. But I just want to give you guys a real quick heads up about a few things coming up. I want to encourage you to save the date for our, as many of you know, our Juice Plus Live conference was canceled last week. We were so sad, obviously, but so our company, being the phenomenal, far-reaching, loving, caring, wow, incredible company that they are, have created what we're calling Juice Plus Live on live streaming. So April the 23rd, the 24th, and the 25th, save those dates. There'll be a Thursday night with Dr. Tamara Sachs. That will be a customer prospect friendly event where you can invite people to that. I don't know exactly how that's all going to work right now. We'll have details on how to get that done, but Thursday night, just like it'd be at the conference, just like we'd be at a conference Friday, Saturday. It will be free. There will not be a cost to anyone for this. So save the date, pay attention. We'll let you know more about that. So we're excited. I mean, just think about the lives that we're going to be able to reach and touch as a result of this. And then our Shred 10, many of you participate in our Shred 10 that starts Monday, April the 6th. We have a phenomenal team of leadership that pour into that event. If you're not familiar with it, we did post it on the Mission Transformation. I think most everybody's posted it on their customer pages, and we'll post it again. I'll post it in the team page so you can pay attention to that. Shred 10. And then next week, we have a special speaker that's going to join us. I'm so excited that National Marketing Director, 100 Club member, Chris Cotton from now California, used to be Ashland, Oregon. He is a recreationalologist, whatever that means, but he is full of everything right now and some great tips that he's going to come in and share with us next week. Okay, let me see. All right, close of business tomorrow. I just posted that. We have a close of business tomorrow. Our distributor support center is all working from home. I hope you all know that they're all working from home right now, that they're going to they extended their hours today. They're going to extend their hours tomorrow. If you can do a lot with email, but if you have something that needs to be done urgently to close out business, you can call them and they will get to you. Okay, so we are excited. I'm excited to announce something to you that our leadership has been working on for a couple of weeks, and it's called the April Challenge. April Challenge, and I'm going to pull it up, but how many of you participated in the action game and you had just so much fun, you hate to see it come to an end? I mean, we had connection, we had community, we were just all together in a team. So we're going to do something in 30 days. Okay, hand raised. I'm glad somebody's got their hand raised. Thank you. We're going to do something called the April Challenge. I'm going to post it up here for us so you guys can see, and we're going to walk through it. So I'm hoping that you guys will play along with this and it's going to be some cash rewards. So it's going to run for just the month of April. And each time you get a new preferred customer, we're going to ask you to post a wow in the Mission Possible Facebook page. If you're not a member of that page, you need to get added to it. You need to let your sponsor or your team leader get you added into that to make sure you're part of the Mission Possible business team Facebook page. And every time you get a new customer, I don't care what it is, a dummy order, a complete order, anything, you post a wow with that customer's name, just the first name. We don't need a last name. And every time you do that, your name's going to be entered into the hat. Then if you get a new business partner in the month of April, post a BAM. And Cammie's going to post all this on our team page. And you can actually pull these graphics off. If you don't know how to get these graphics, you can pull them off, copy them, put them, save them into your phones or your face or your pictures, and you can copy and paste in there. Post a BAM for every new business partner. Your name goes in the hat. Shazam. Shazam is for every time you have a customer or a prospect, a guest, customer, prospect that attends one of our online events. It could be our own customer event, team event, or it could be a greater event, but your name will go in there as well. And then every time, I've heard so many of you talk about live conversations, having live conversations. So every time you pick up, you're brave enough to pick up the phone, no texting, no email, no Facebook Messenger. We're going to pick up the phone and we're going to love on some people, because I'm telling you, people want to be talking right now. I've extended all my walks in the neighborhood because every time I see somebody, it takes another 5 or 10 minutes. They're talking. So people want to talk. So post a phone for every live conversation that you're having with your customers, your prospects, or a team member. So if you have a live conversation with a customer, you can count that as one. If you have a live conversation with a team member, it's not multiple. I can't talk to BJ Crabtree 10 times and expect to count that. So I can only talk to a team member at one time. So each POW, WOW, BAM, and phone graphic get your name entered into a drawing, and then we're going to celebrate. We're going to have one of Wanda's cocktail and conversation parties on Friday the 1st, May the 1st. That's May Day. We're going to have a May Day party on Friday, May the 1st at 7 p.m. Central. It's going to be a Zoom. And at that time, that's when we will award, it's going to be a cash prizes. We've got quite a bit of money that's mounting up right now to give out. It's mounting. And I'm thinking we're going to get some more before it's over with. So it could be some significant, you could do with it what you want. If you want to donate it to somebody, I know a lot of people are giving money away right now and doing what they can for first responders. It's your choice, or you can take it and use it if you need it. So I'm excited. This will be available for you guys to get tonight, and then we'll talk more about it if you have questions. I know that I am not the best in the whole wide world at explaining details. I'm a big vision person, so somebody else may have to come in here and give you every detail. But I know that we're going to have some fun in April, and then we're going to have a fun celebration. Go ahead and save the date. Friday, May the 1st. Don't plan to go anywhere. I know you're going to have to stay home. I don't think they're going to release us from our homes yet. And we're going to have a Zoom party and just really have some great celebrations and have some fun. So take a breath, everybody. We've tried to cover a lot tonight. And if you have some ideas of things that are working that you really like, would you share them in our Voxer group, if you would, please? It would be so fun and encouraging to the rest of us. If you're doing something that you're seeing some really significant impact. And I don't know about you guys, but what I've seen in my national market, in my what we call NMD Open, this is not under any other NMD on my team, just the people that I work with in my NMD Open. This is the highest customer count month I've seen in over 2 years of new customer acquisition and team members. So if you think you can, you can. And if you think you can't, you can't. So Nancy Jakovec's going to come in and close us with a great story that really reinforces what we're talking about. Welcome, Nancy.
Well, thank you. I'll make this quick. I was all ready to sign off. I thought this was a great call. But many of us grew up in the Juice Plus company before it was the Juice Plus company, and it was there was a lot of training because none of us had any experience in the sales world. I still don't think we do, but we got a lot of training anyway. And one of the stories we heard was about a couple of shoe salesmen who were sent to a remote area in Africa to just determine if this was going to be a good market for their companies. And when they landed, the first salesman got off the plane and looked around and immediately got back on, got on his laptop and said, "You might as well send me home right now. Nobody down here needs shoes. Nobody wears them. Nobody needs them." The other guy got off the plane, looked around, and he got so excited. He talked to a few people and shook a few hands, and then he got back on the plane and said to his company, "Send me all you got. Everybody down here needs them." So what we're looking at now is all about mindset. If you have the mindset that this is not a good time to talk to people about Juice Plus, and this is not a good time to talk to people about our business, as Sharon said, if you think you can, you can. If you think you can't, Sharon, can I just rub a little fun at you?
Oh, go ahead.
If you think you can't, you can't. I know she's a good sport. I wouldn't say that to everybody, but I know Sharon's a good sport, and we're buds. We're still buds, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
And you're right. It's Kate with the K.
Right. So with that, I'll never get to speak again on one of these calls, but you just go out with the right mindset, because you heard Darlene, you heard some others. People are seriously needing the Plan B that we have to offer now. And I think more open now to taking responsibility from this point on for their own health and well-being. So I think that's going to be a big lesson learned through all of this, is that personal responsibility is huge. So that's all I have to say about that.
Thank Thank you, Nancy. Everybody needs shoes. They need to front load their body with fruits and vegetables right now and a plan B. Good night, everybody. Thank you for being here. Have a super week. We'll talk to you soon.
Good night. Thank you so much.
Good night, everybody.
Thank
Thanks
you.
so much.
Everybody.
Sharon,
Blessings.